My name is Federico Deambrosis, and I am an assistant professor in the history of architecture and urban planning. The main teaching assignment I have at Politecnico is the course of History of Contemporary Architecture in the master program in Architecture and Urban Design. Discussing what contemporaneity is in architectural history would exceed the short time we have here. Anyway, in this course, I used to focus mainly on the 20th century. And in the last two editions, I borrowed from Eric Hobsbawm the idea of a short 20th century, starting after World War I and ending with the end of the Cold War, at the end of the 80s or in the very first 90s. For what concerns my research interest and topics, there is time just to mention a couple of them. Focusing especially on the central decades of the last century, I'm interested in the boundaries of architecture. I mean in the overlaps, hybridization, interferences between design culture and other realms, such as technique or the visual arts. But I also used to focus on the transfer of practitioners, projects, models, imageries, and patents from a geographical context to another. Possibly not by chance, I am a founding member of the Transfer Lab, a research unit recently created inside the Department of Architecture and Urban Studies. In the last years, I'm trying to adopt this lens to study the Italian case, observing how the so-called Made in Italy succeeded or failed in penetrating different contexts and markets. In both cases, the interferences between a discipline and another, and the transfer between different nations, journals represent one of the most fascinating and useful sources. Thank you, and remember what the Dormouse said.